Hi, everybody. Welcome to our second week of our lab activity. Just a heads up, I wanted to make sure that everybody is on track for their lecture activity and are following what they need to do. We are covering now the lab portion of the class, and this one is going to be focusing on cell membrane transport. So for today's lab activity, we have a pretty brief overview of it. I'm going to walk you guys through it. One second. So I am showing you your home page or your main page, which is the module tab. If you don't see that, when you log into the course, click on the module tab, and then scroll down past the first five modules. You should be able to see the online lab module, and then you are going to be working on lab 2, which is cell membrane transport. If I click on that one, you should be able to see the following links. You should see the PowerPoint and the video that goes with it. These two are complementary to each other. Assuming that you were in a class setting, I would have talked about the PowerPoint for the introduction portion of your lab. So please make sure do not just focus on the PowerPoint, but actually watch the video that is paired with that PowerPoint. After you have an understanding of what cell membrane transport looks like, and be able to answer some of the questions, go ahead and open the lab activity guideline, which is on gummy bear experiment. So as it mentions the gummy bear, you do need some gummy bears. Please make sure your gummy bears are not vegan source because it does not work very well. So a typical gummy bear will work just fine. And then you also need water, cups, and some salt to run this experiment. Just a reminder, as it's mentioned here, please make sure that you're following the guidelines that are provided in your lab notebook and make sure to include a picture of yourself completing the lab activity. So as of today, you have 1 week to complete this activity. So the activity basically is due by next lab meeting at the beginning of the class. Now, I know we don't meet in person, but the timeline still applies. So if our class meets on Monday at 6 p.m., your lab is due the following Monday at 6 p.m., and same goes for the Wednesday class at 6 p.m. Of course, if you do have any questions or concern about the lab setup, if something doesn't make sense, you're more than welcome to come and visit me during office hours. And also the STEM Mesa Center is also available as a resource for you. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to email me. But that's about it in terms of my overview of the lab activity. And I hope you have fun and make sure you include your kids if you have anybody that may enjoy the science experiment as well. Thank you, and I will see you next week.